Hey, Shodi. Those dreams of yours, they still getting to you?
I can deal with the dreams, for better or worse. What makes me sweat is the not knowing. What happens when I stand face to face with my God, and he reveals what he intends for me? What if it's not as I thought?
Yeah, I've had thoughts like that for a long time. Except now I'm worried about what he intends for the world.
Whatever it might be, at least we'll face it together.
Have a pity and toss me a pyre, will you? What? I'm no actor. And besides, I can't barely see nothing as it is. You really think so? Maybe I do have a mug made for the stage. I sure got the voice for it, eh? Turn me in the right direction, and I'll make me way to the Radiant Court.
Well, well, if it isn't Arca's new business partner. That's quite a lot of coin you two exchanged.
Dead? The Red King?
No, wait a tick. This is another one of his ploys, ain't it? Aye, that it must be. And I don't like being deceived. Think I'll send him your head, as a reminder to stick to selling grog and flea-infested beds.
Kinda stuck over here.
Hit me again and I'll hit you back. Don't help me, God. I'll whoop the next one who takes aim at me.
Right between the eyes.
Me and you are about to mix.
Between the eyes. Right between the eyes. See that, Ishi?
Hit me again and I'll hit you back.
Right between the eyes. Try aiming next. Can't get a clean hit.
On it. adventure.
Thanks muchly for bringing Taerna back to us. Her storm and weather spells will really strike an atmosphere for the play. And now that we've got a real big brute for Aethys, we can put on a proper play. Stick around for the performance. I think you'll be plenty pleased. Ladies and gentle pirates, and rapscallions too, you are in for the truest of mental treats. Without further ado, I present the Green Menace. Let us begin with our valiant new blood crews. The Lusty Rudder and Fortune's Folly. Two ships adrift at sea for weeks and weeks on a venture most daring, in search of the uncharted islands.
Woe and torture. Months at sea with no treasure to show for it. You sure these uncharted islands exist, Captain? We ain't seen land for days.
Were they easy to find, they'd be called the Chartered Islands, wouldn't they? If you're
Land
thinking
ho!
to mutiny...
Land ho! Got a lumpy-looking island coming on the horizon.
That's no island. That be the Green Menace. We are doomed for sure.
Souls and gold and glory, you will give these to me. For I am a god among gods, and a true menace upon the seas. Souls and gold and glory. Blame the Dawn Stars, for they have summoned me.
For us it will.
And now,
Alondra, take me now.
I must feed.
And that's the story of how Aethys sank a fleet of our best tars. Like the floating hangman, you see the Green Menace coming, you sail the other way. Thank you. Donations and gratuity are greatly appreciated. They love us, do you see? They God's damned loved us thanks to you.
Much ado to you, Casita. A word of advice. Guard your back in dunnage. You have not yet carved a name for yourself or your crew. Yet you choose to swim in a sea of sharks. Should one take a bite, the Consuelo will not intervene. Elsewise, how might I be of assistance? Yes, our Council of Captains.
AC failed. AC normal.
There are 7 seats on the Consuelo, each occupied by a high-ranking captain within the Principe. Seat holders convene to vote on a variety of issues concerning the Principe's well-being. To claim a seat, a captain must have substantial backing and sufficient power, both politically and physically. Ferrante, the last Marcheso, holds the highest-ranking seat because the most ships in our entire fleet have pledged loyalty to his flag. As you can guess, the Sea Wolf, Aldis, commands the second most numerous fleet of ships. As such, she is the second chair, and I am the third. Perhaps you would like to attend the proceedings when the Consuelo next convenes. You have my ear, Casita. Of what do you wish to discuss today? I met Ferrante decades ago. Many years I sailed as his first mate before building my own humble fleet. When in the Principe, do as the Valians do. Unless, of course, you have no care for tradition or the continued sustainability of our way of life. You may have noticed a divide between old blood and the new, by which I mean those who descended from or otherwise hold old Valia in grand esteem, and the varied and often uncouth recruits we have since brought into the fold. I assure you the latter was supremely by necessity, though perhaps I'm ill-equipped to throw stones. As a casita of some repute, you will be most welcome in the king's coffin. But you should watch yourself throughout the radiant court.
What have we here?
Nice and slow.
Ah, Watcher. Good. You have arrived.
I know that dimple. Had you in my sights once, but you've been down to lace your boot. It's the ones who get away that hurt the most.
A coincidence, surely. I would like to know why you have not yet dispatched Benwet. Do you think it wise when you wish to forge allegiances in this harbor? No, please. You flatter me with your sweet tongue. Still, I do so enjoy your company. What weighs on your mind in this moment, Casita? His story is an incredibly uninspired one, should you ask me. Benweth is a ruffian whose course is charted in blood and betrayal and cruelty. But even the rustiest knife can be a useful tool when needed. Come, let us share a fine conversation. Who better to ask than the first chair and highest rank on the Consuelo, Mes Casitas? Ak, what is it you wish to know? We are a magnificent but largely landless people, so we have come to own the sea. To survive, we must seize prosperity where we can.
Hence, we're oft labeled as pirates, smugglers, merchants of illicit trade, or mercenaries. It will not always be so, but it is for now. Ak, what is it you wish to know?
AC fails. AC normal.
We are a magnificent but largely landless people.
AC
So we have come to own to survive. It will not...
Ak, what is it you wish to know?
Indeed, Miko. You are correct in this assessment. We are descended from refugees who fled during Old Valia's decline. They sailed the eastern reach to the Deadfire. But they did not settle the islands. Today, even, our shipboard life continues.
Ak, what is it you wish to know?
What matters is not who they were, Casita. Only that we took it from
AC
them.
normal.
But as you are curious, I will tell you this. The architecture of Balefire Beacon suggests dwarven craftsmanship. My own research into the island upon which I established Dunwich paints these ruins in a picture of blood and agony. Whatever dwarves sought to make their refuge here were exterminated by a crush of Naga tidal waves and great sea monsters all at once. Fortuitously for us, Ondra shelters her loyal sailors more than wayward mountain dwarves.
Ak, what is it you wish to know?
Come, let us share a fine conversation. I am listening, amico. Come, let us share a fine... Amico, do you know how I have lived so long in this life of piracy? It is not by blabbing all of my secrets to anyone who asks. Fortune with you and yours.
AC failed. AC normal. AC failed. AC normal.